And to northern Florida now, a region called the Villages has played a huge part in deciding presidential elections in the past. It's home to tens of thousands of retirees and supporters of both Trump and DeSantis. So have the residents decided who they are voting for in the next election? Well, News Nation's Brian Entin went there to find out. So, Brian, what are people saying?
Yeah, I'm here right now, Kelly. I don't think there is a place on the planet where people love Trump and DeSantis equally as much as they do where I'm standing right now. This is the Villages. It's this massive retirement community in Central Florida, north of Orlando. About 100,000 grandmas and grandpas live here. And they are all, for the most part, 2/3 of them, supporters of DeSantis and supporters of Trump in the past. And they are now in this very, very strange predicament. It's like having to choose between two loves. That's literally how these people feel here because they're so passionate about both candidates. So we thought it would be interesting to come here and see how people are reacting to now DeSantis and Trump fighting against each other. Listen to what some of the folks here told us. If you had to vote right now, Trump or DeSantis?
Probably DeSantis.
Interesting.
And she's going to vote for Trump, so we're going to cancel each other out.
I'm voting for Trump because I don't want to give up DeSantis as my governor because I love them both.
I voted for Trump the first time, and I thought he did some really wonderful things for the country. But I've also followed DeSantis' career here in Florida. I've been here 10 years, and I think he's going to do an excellent job without the drama.
There's so much support for Trump and DeSantis here.
Yes.
Are people struggling with who they're going to support?
No, it's Trump all the way and DeSantis, both of them.
Both of them?
Both of them. It's DeSantis and Trump country.
So how does that work if they're running against each other?
I think they're going to run together.
The greatest thing here, Kelly, is those golf carts, by the way. I mean, all the residents cruise around on these tricked out golf carts, which is really, really fun to see. But it's interesting what that last woman said. A lot of people telling us, wait, we want a DeSantis and Trump ticket here. But I learned something new today in the Constitution. That's not allowed. If Trump was the nominee, let's say, for example, he cannot have a vice president who is from the same state as him, and Trump is now a Florida resident. So he'd either have to change his residency or they'd have to work something out because that's not allowed right now in the Constitution. But people here are fired up.
That is so interesting, and I'm a fan of the golf carts too, I'll have you know. So Brian, what makes this area specifically so significant?
Well, they all vote. 80% or more of the residents here turn out at the polls every single time. Also, there's something called the I-4 corridor in Florida, which is sort of on the fringe of, but basically part of, which is historically known to, have a huge weight in elections and which way things go. So this area always very, very influential, but people right now, again, just sort of torn between Trump and DeSantis because they like them both equally. They're still trying to figure out, many saying they're going to wait for the debates. I heard that a lot too, which was interesting. They actually want to see the debates. They're actually undecided at this point.
All right, that is a really interesting perspective and to hear from the folks on the ground. Brian Entin, thank you as always.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.